The move through market is found successfully, and BBL boots on the ground, but mates have got reinforcements. Comeback on site for that first fight. Stun goes down, but it's Levin to draw first blood. He gets a second two with comeback down. Now those players locked out by a smoke. And although the reveal spots a few, they couldn't deny the spike plant. The retake, 2 against 4 through the smoke. It's good, but Levin, he puts a pin in it. His third kill of the round.
Coke in OT, so it's definitely a talking point that both these teams haven't been able to finish their dinner. And probably both should have had a win already as well. In this round at least, not much invested at all for the side of mates.
Yeah.
Kill or two would be nice.
It should be housekeeping for BBL, keeping that economy nice and healthy. They've got 2 pistols brought into the round, 1 player down, but the weapon to be recovered. I think that's a Bulldog on the floor. They don't want to lose much more. For now, at least, they're in that safe zone. Yeah, that probably could have been a little bit better on the paranoia. Kamek's taken 2. Now this is dangerous. It's already costly.
Maybe hoping that they can find the information to get the trade. Never mind, Comeback's going to do it all on his own. Sociable, he had a gap. I still won that fight. I thought Vekash had him dead to rights, but never mind. It's kind of gone in their favor. I think we're getting a weird match here, Mitch.
You'd expect nothing less, really. Sociable going down would have been a big blow!
His ult ran out as he turned the corner.
Rifle finds another ult down classic to land a kill.
Oh no, this game's going to be goofy.
A sea of rifles from Gentlemates. Sociable 2 away right now. Yumpy and Magnum open this one up though. Ult's not needed. It's just the weapons in hand. They may have looked weak in round number 2, but that weakness, it's nowhere to be found here. Mini stuck with a stinger behind the boxes. They might think with 2 picks they've cleared the site, but the reveal catches him. Still good for 1. Ult comes online. It grabs another. Damage done with the classic. And mates are doing it again. This is effectively a 1v2. As it now very much is. Yumpy 70 HP and 2 players to find.
Did he just get delivered a gun as well? The player was grabbed at least. They've just got to try and work out where he is. Mini going walkabouts on his own. He's done so much damage. His classic might be the best in the world right now, and Kamek is the only man standing, but he will be able to get it done.
It's for Profek on the TP up top, and they'll push this together, but a snake in the grass again. It's comeback, finding one. But this time they have that backup. They have the trades. They're not looking to let this advantage slip, and BBL, they'll get their post plant on A, and another 1v4.
It's also incredibly hard to play against. Gap has been found for Kamek to potentially survive him, but after getting a kill, he will be picked off.
And now he has, managing to deal a little bit of damage, but he's going to have a lot of players swinging him. BBL learning from their mistakes. It's only Magnum isolated, but he had a snake bite to play with. Finds himself 1. Numbers still good for BBL. Great shock dart from BBL. Don't know how Yampy landed it there with still 2 left, but definitely wasn't Vekash hitting himself. And a 4 versus 3. After breaking the wall, they walk into Levin. There's still a player close and an op in hand. Unless Mini lands something, they might go for the save, but that could spur them on. Magnum deals with the op though, leaves Mini alone with next to no chance.
Backup plan, because they got stuck by the wall. Magnum's done well though. You mentioned Kamek, he's actually the one to falter. And yeah, I guess Levin just sitting pretty has worked out wonderful. I think the original plan was for him to be a flank, but it's that mid-round adaptation from BBL that put them in a great spot, and the Hunter's Fury already dealing so much damage. He might get 2! Yumpy just continues to deliver.
This is it. The adjustment, the thinking on their feet, whatever Yumpy thought about, assume that mates will now start to think, okay, they've rotated, let's ease up, but they haven't. They've stuck around, ready for the fight. The Hunter's Fury goes through, finds a tag, Brock's good for a double, and that has halted the play entirely. Great adjustment.
Pass from them when they played against Pacific. Levin, though, looking to lead the charge again. This time, though, Kamek wins the opener, but again, an immediate response, and he goes looking for more.
Yeah, Magnum's certainly feeling it. Sometimes you do have to sit back and play with your team, but when you're in those fights...
No, but I was looking for Kamek, though.
Yeah. No, but from Magnum, the fact that he goes out wide looking for another, it brings him the advantage. It puts him now into a 4v2. That swing good for comeback, but Magnum is there again. With the Viper's Pit online, it will be used to lock this round in. Of course, Not going to save it for the next. Arya, Profex up close. Quality to beat as well. Even if they do claim this series, you need to see them put their best foot forward. The opening for Levin, he's been great here in the pistol rounds, and it's no different this time. Going to be a part of their defense as well. They've already gone deep. They've spotted a player, but not coming back. Unfortunately, he's lost procs, and in goes the swing. Levin feeling confident. Quite a fight for mates, though. They've kept it into a 2v2.
That will call for the rotation, but he kind of needs to find one, and that's exactly what Magnum does. No need to overface, and now it's all on Vekaj.
He could have stayed aggressive and faced the push. Instead, he played it wise. This time, he made a bit of a mistake, peeking by himself, but damage is done. Now that Outlaw just needs the one tag. Magnum needs to be careful. He'll go down to just one bullet on the other side, but Yumpy is taking his time, and he's caught the timing. He's around here for free. They have no idea! And the death blow landed.
You call some things out that are good, and other times, it just doesn't hit.
That one did. That's the shock dart you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Vekaj, great read again, Tom. You're really on it today. That's going to at least even things up, but Levin gets a freebie. There's no one to try to trade. And when they do go together, they run into Profek. Kamek, 1v4. He's been in this position a couple of times, and every other time he went for the save. It wasn't a choice this time, and there'll be no saving map number 1. 13-3.
Sociable, though. This is where he's terrifying on this map. They know he's coming. They're waiting for him, and it still doesn't seem to matter. Oh, the TP back and dying is always a tilter.
Yeah, just a millisecond away from making it to safety. Even still, the trade comes in. The damage done to Vekaj is significant. And mates are left running the other way, where there is a door and a wall in their way. Magnum, just with the quick peek, not quite a shoulder peek. He peeked with his left shoulder there. He'll make it around, and his job here is just to stay alive while the rest of the team rotates into position. He'll take the space, confirm that at least both of the players he saw, and assume all three have made it through that door. There's one. Procs, though.
Okay.
He's good for one. With Vekaj by his side, they'll continue the aggression. They see Yumpy there, decide to back off. Commit to the site, where Profek is waiting up high, but he's now being spotted. The element of surprise fades, damage done to Procs. Vekaj even lower than before, but they are holding on, and they'll get the pistol across the line.
That means that they need to pick up the pace a little bit here. Already going to be using that Viper screen, of course. Sociable at this point might as well just have a go. He's going to try and take the fight to them all on his own, and well, eventually he's put down, but now 22 seconds, and they have to just run.
Kamek was left behind as well, so they don't have that breach utility. Sociable gets away with a lot, and with Levin unspotted towards the boxes, the spike's down. TP. He has a get out of jail free, and he may need it, but he's not looking the right way. Caught off by Mini. Profek standing his ground, but only good for one. Okay, numbers for mates. Site taken at a plant that should be undeniable. Levin wants something to do with this, though. He's going in. He's almost taken Procs out of the equation, but the advantage persists in favor of mates. They've done damage back as well. The door open. Magnum, he's isolating himself. It's a risk being taken, and Procs is the one to punish it. This should be the round for mates, and now it's all but confirmed. Oh yeah, it's deep aggression coming through from this side. Great utility in response, and comeback capitalizes. Profek gets himself into the play for at least one, but he's shut down right after, and they know Magnum's here. Not going to catch him by surprise after the net was thrown through. BBL stumbling in these early rounds, and it's mates right back on the horse. A 4v2. An advantage only BBL could lose from. This should be the conversion with Kamek finding one on the Magnum. That locks it in. Sociable used his ult in the previous round. He could get a few orbs here. Chances of winning very low indeed. And the swing from Main, he expects it.
Yeah.
Thanks to that stun from Kamek, who almost loses his life. He's been shot in the ankle, still running at full speed, but Magnum puts him down eventually. Ult goes through. It hasn't caught anyone. It looked like it would, but Sociable finishes Procs off anyways. The Viper's Pit, that may be the road to recovery for Gentlemates. Still a 2 versus 4, but with that pit, this could turn the tide completely in their favor. Mini goes as he hears the mag run dry, but Yumpy, hot on his heels, will pick up the kill to put it all on to comeback. Swinging wide, and he's put it down to a
No way!
D1!
Resume from Yumpy, but he's under serious pressure, and now, well, he's flying into the air, even with the net, stunning up comeback. But Profek has at least been able to find one in the backline. Rotating the door, getting one more, but there's comeback again! 15-3 right now. And why it's just going further and further into their favor.
Shutting that showstopper out of the round as well. That could have went to main. It could have found plenty of players. Turned the round back in their favor instead. A 2v4 again. And up in the hands of Sociable, maybe the worst weapon to face off against comeback. I'm thinking he'll swing into the angle, but he moonwalks his way to success. 16-3. First one's broken, so 11 knows he's about to get contact. The shot doesn't land, and guess who is on him immediately? He's so quick in taking these fights, and the flood from mates, it's just perfect.
Yeah, it almost feels like they're running it down. Profek's just been caught from behind. It just feels like men against boys at this stage, and considering the map we just watched, you talk about sometimes when you get battered, like especially with the pressure that mates currently have on their shoulders. Like BBL, sure, expectations, people are looking at them as a top 4 team, but the mates' expectations are, please keep us in the league. Multiple players holding angles, waiting for the fight. Finally, it looks like he's going to get a couple of opportunities, and when he does, he lands the shot. The push-up from behind, at least looking like there's a semblance of hope, and they have the spike, so they have the spike trapped.
Oh. Mini? Oh, Mini! No! Comeback tries to bail him out. At least the vulnerable has faded. The wall keeps him up, but
to spawn lineups.
Oh, Drone seen him, and he's caught. Comeback holding that angle, steady as can be. 9-3 could be recoverable, but an opening pick already going to mates. Magnum spotted, stun, dealt with before the stun even goes up. It's a 5v3. Still a player close. Forced forward, and Comeback's the one to claim Yumpy. Waiting around mid is Mini. And Profek, he has to do it all himself. A 1v5. What a masterclass from the Gentlemates.
Yeah, 20 kills and a half as well. Comeback had an absolute field day, and while Profek, he's been in this situation quite often. The last man left alive, and while finally we see a missed shot for Comeback, but it's an in-zone flawless damage, and it will. It's a decent catch, leaves them low, but Levin wins that fight anyway. Man advantage in their favor. How has Comeback won that? And actually, is that the spike in the corner?
It is indeed. Quite a recovery.
It's
good. Profek's on a third. It's only Comeback. He's low. A bullet needed, but Yumpy's in the same boat. Comeback has been so good in these pistols. It was Levin in the first half. 22-4, the man who barely dies, and he's repositioning. They both are heading to the same position. He's got the read, but Yumpy with 5 HP. He keeps BBL in it.
It might be about to get worse. But the gun he currently has. Oh, it's a nice angle for Profek, though. That's a huge pick back in the other direction. Most of the time you don't talk about bonus rounds with a necessity to win, but the heavy investment into the sniper has not paid off. Now they should have a decent idea of how far Magnum has already got. The stun is going to go back in the other direction, and that will keep him alive. The net goes a little further, and the Spectre already thriving, looking for a little bit more, but it's only going to manage the one. Mekaj on the edge of the smoke needs to win this fight, and he'll in fact win both.
Nice paranoia to start. Reposition to the right side. Op already picking up one. It's Yumpy down, but the trade is still there. And in fact, with Levin falling, damage for Gentlemates is very much stabilized. They keep that B control.
He's TP'd
but Profek's gone behind them.
A weapon per se. He does have that headhunter and already manages to teleport away, evening things up in terms of the personnel. Gets another, but now it's all on to Profek. The snake in the grass, playing around the edge of the smoke. Come back there with the sniper, he whips. Misses the shot. Profek's there to save the day.
Mistakes are made, but BBL grouped up. Smoke comes in just in time. That'll block them out. Stun goes through. Immediate dive in. Ult active. Comeback almost claims two. The TP at least keeps Sociable alive, but on a sliver of health. And it's Magnum to turn the tide back in their favor. He'll catch Comeback. Sociable's left alone, but the spike's being diffused. A shot through the smoke doesn't land. It's that close, and he'll get it at the end! In a row needed. They have plenty of time. Rolling Thunder goes through. Great paranoia! Prox! He's grabbed himself a double! This should be the end of it all! Because now it's left to Yumpy, Stinger in hand, but he's isolated too. He'll get the plant as well. The Odin creeping its way forward. He knows where that Hunter's Fury came from. He knows where Vekaj was and just wants to fight up close. Reveal to buy him that little bit of space with the cross back being watched. He'll take a tag. 56 health. Upgrades the rifle at least. Dodges the reveal for now. He's a little further forward than you might expect. Vekaj pops the drone, and Yumpy can't quite get an angle on him. The spam here, oh, but it won't land the pick. Mates to think.
Leaves Mini somewhat isolated. Comeback making his way back in, but Mini's holding his ground up until he's traded. BBL looking like a tight-knit roster over the last few rounds, and while Vekaj is just a little bit far behind everybody else, will be spotted, stunned, and every member peaks. He still does reasonably well.
Out of their control. They would need to win both of their games. I think it's GX and Vitality. Comebacks dealt with immediately. We talked about the head-to-head of him and Levin. A very valuable pick in a buy round. There it is, though. The trade back, but Levin is quick to keep numbers in their favor. The timing, perfect for Sociable. It's a little slow to start, but he gets there in the end, as does Levin. It's both of them to close this out for BBL.
3-0. Instead, if they choke this, they are going 0-3, and Levin, I said maybe he just needed an awakening. He's definitely found it. This isn't a light buy. This is a full investment once again. And he is just single-handedly tearing them a new one. Levin has decided what's going to happen in this map. And well, what can Kamek do about it? He has to go one better.
They've put it all into this. Even a pick in this round for Mini, for Comeback. It gets them ult for the next before they go down. But Levin stomping through. He's got Showstopper to kick off the next round. They've got Nightfall to find him a victim. This is disastrous. Mates won't have a strong buy. They won't have ults to fall back on. And that lead that looked so commanding, it looked undoubtful that we would go.
Enough credits in the bank, and Levin is going to be the one under pressure. The Showstopper, it catches Mini. The aggression fails. That's a 9th kill, and it's just carrying on. OT looking inevitable at this stage.
Now this team says belief is everything, but when it came to this comeback, not many would have believed.
I didn't.
But they kept themselves in it. And now it looks like we're going to overtime. Kamek and Prox, players who were so close to seeing a third map, now find themselves alone against the rising tide of BBL.
They were always fighting, and now they're just sitting back in the corner, and it's Levin again.
30 seconds
They
left.
set the bait, they set the trap. It was a fallback from Magnum to just give the youngster another chance. And his utility sat on the other side of the map. It's just holding. What? Profik has just hit a dink as if it couldn't get any worse. Showstopper's online as well.
Spike planted.
Yeah, this is the difference. We talked about Comeback, but Levin wasn't in that first half. He barely got to play. He doubled his kills in 2 rounds, and now he's not stopping. With Profek down, the Showstopper comes in. It clears the space. As they fight back through, the damage done by Profek sustains. Vekaj is low. Yumpy spots the push. They continue. They want Waterfall. They want that space. They want Yumpy on the ground, but they're dropping like flies. And now it's Vekaj with a sliver of health to fall. BBL! There's more pressure than these players have ever felt, and pressure put on B leaves Vekaj on the floor. The TP is a bait as Sociable holds. Levin lands another, and Mini and Comeback, they're the ones that have to do it. Comeback was the man to carry them to a huge lead in half number 1.
Like the problem is, like, it almost feels like they're down and out. They're waiting for a flank to come in, but this time has already been ticking for so long. They needed to be way further forward than this, and they are still scoping out the backlines. They're still looking to see if there's anybody holding a flank. Like, it's so much time already gone, and it just doesn't matter at this stage. Comeback has to scurry away, and the comeback is done. BBL have managed to turn it from a 7-round deficit, winning them all in a row,